This is not a custom. Some of the most powerful people in Washington are keeping what I'm about to say under wraps. They have discovered a classified document that was kept out of the public eye. It might fundamentally alter how digital assets and money are managed, and at the core of this discovery lies XRP. U.S. legislative analysts are forecasting that XRP will be worth an incredible 10,000. According to people familiar with the story, just take a time to consider that 1 unit of this digital product costs a 10,000. That's a significant rise. That's a significant rise. It isn't merely a guess. According to reports, the House Financial Services Committee urged the government to do its own investigation to determine the political and economic implications of digital asset settlement on national security. Why is this important? For many years, the U.S. has relied on the dollar as the most effective means of storing value and making purchases. However, due to the rapid digitization of the world and the speed at which international transactions occur, the government reportedly views XRP as the only means of preserving the nation's economic might, and banks are finding it difficult to keep up. Thus, it is claimed that the leaked document, titled The Geopolitical Implications of Digital Asset Settlement, demonstrates this in XRP's inclusion in international banking, almost as if they truly want the reader to grasp the significance of this estimate. The 1,000 target is stressed each time it is repeated. Although this study was never intended to be made public, it is now well known. It truly does make a huge difference. Now, some skeptics will find all of this amusing. Possibly some individuals will say the evidence is more compelling than you may imagine, yet it's all simply hype or the digressions of cryptocurrency enthusiasts. There are some minor clues if you listen carefully to clips from congressional sessions. When the topic shifts to improving the efficiency of the U.S. financial system, resolving conflicts, and preparing for the future, Patrick M. Henry, for instance, almost seems to be aware. On their own, his statements would not seem significant, but when combined with the classified report, the pattern becomes evident. This is a deliberate move by the administration to get people to prepared for a future RP will be both essential and beneficial. This is definitely not your typical investment opportunity. It is simultaneously a question of global dominance, financial strategy, and national security. Reports state that the study demonstrates how the failure to embrace a neutral and efficient digital settlement asset could jeopardize the U.S.'s position on the international scene. They claim that in the absence of assets like XRP, rivals might overtake it as the widely used currency, harming both international trade and the national economy overall. For the average, this alters everything. Merchant. By characterizing digital assets as volatile or dangerous, the mainstream media minimizes them. XRP is more than just a cryptocurrency token, though, as these insiders are aware. According to the report, it is a bridge currency, a settlement engine, and a crucial component of maintaining a robust economy. According to the government's calculations, a significant portion of the population will embrace the technology. Institutional partnerships, cross-border financial solutions, government-backed integrations, and a level of liquidity far greater than that of Bitcoin or Ethereum are all there. In addition to growing in popularity, XRP is being promoted as a necessity for everyone. However, why is everything so covered? Why share only pieces? The report's conclusions, according to sources, were too startling to be released. If this had been made public, just think of the political pressure, the frenzied market, and the pandemonium that would have been placed on the administration. The 10,000 target is a strategic signal, not only a hunch. Consider it a test balloon to gauge market response, pique the interest of large investors, and gradually acclimate the public to the notion that XRP is at the core of a new digital economy that is on the horizon. People who disregard it risk being abandoned, possibly permanently. In the following hour, we'll go over every detail of this news report. We'll examine the data, the world context, and the reasons Congress would ever consider an asset like his XRP to be crucial for economic stability. We'll examine historical instances where governments covertly adopted new financial instruments before the general public was even aware of them. After that, we'll combine everything to determine the current larger plan. You'll realize by the end of the film how significant this breach is, how urgent it is, and how soon it must be repaired. Additionally, it's critical to understand that the impact of ripples is serious. If Congress is correct, introducing XRP into the economy might cause a domino effect impacts every region of the world. It would be used by businesses for cross-border payments. It would serve as a settlement layer for banks. Additionally, governments may begin neutral and practical way to cash in. All of this suggests that 10 and 1,000 is a reasonable objective rather than a pipe dream. The figures aren't fictitious, they originate from actual planned financial modeling designed to maintain U.S. dominance in the era of digitalization. What does this mean for individual buyers, you ask? The timing is crucial. Government officials and institutional players are quietly preparing, but there is a unique opportunity for others to comprehend the implications of this before it is broadly embraced. This has nothing to do with that. This is about preparing, being conscious, and positioning yourself to thrive in a rapidly evolving financial landscape. Individuals who recognize the importance of it now, when most others do not, could earn a lot of money when at last everyone understands that the importance of it cannot be overstated. Institutions and perhaps even foreign entities are getting closer to matching their strategies with these digital platforms with each passing day that passes without anyone noticing. XRP is ideal for this task due to its speed, design, and compatibility with various regulations. Congressional economists who reportedly have access to sophisticated models view it as the key to safeguarding the country's finances, and this is no accident. There's no guess here. It's a probable result from a meticulously classified investigation. We'll discuss how the US government has previously subtly cleared the path for disruptive financial technologies when we gain more insight into this. Governments have always taken the necessary actions first, followed by an explanation, from creating the Federal Reserve to implementing new payment methods. This ongoing scheme, which was secretly developed behind closed doors and is now partially known to the public because of this leak, appears to have XRP as its next step. By the end of this film, the picture will become obvious. You'll see why analysts are referring to this as the most favorable development in stock market history. You'll see why the target of 10,000 per XRP isn't simply achievable. The majority of people have faith that the organizations that maintain economic stability will actively plan, simulate, and get ready for it. You will realize the significance, the opportunity, and the enormity of what is taking place. You shouldn't disregard something because of this. It's neither a guess nor a story. The government itself is subtly hinting at a time when XRP will not only be significant but also required. Verify to learn more about intelligence leaks. Check out Yaker Congress Bombshell and subscribe. To demonstrate your understanding of its significance, leave a note as well. Early adopter will have the advantage, so keep an eye on this. As the world is transformed by the digital economy, those that ignore this risk being left behind. Remember that I am not a qualified financial advisor. These films are just intended to be fun, not educational. I always advise my audience to conduct independent research and consult experts before making any financial decisions. Thank you for listening. Remember to press the follow button. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Additionally, make sure the notifications are turned on so make me informed as soon as I upload something new from the next film. I am forward to see you again. Take caution.